Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How we start our days and end our nights has a direct impact on everything that happens in between. In terms of our daily accomplishments, our motivation, our successes, our health, our finances, and more. For example, when we start our day by praying Salat al-Fajr on time, followed by recitation of some of the highly recommended du'as of the morning, and we conclude our night by reciting the du'as that are recommended before you sleep, it makes a difference in the trajectory of our day. Today, what I would like to do is share with you a specific a'mal that is highly recommended to perform at the beginning of every month, that is the Islamic lunar month. This a'mal is known as Salat al-shahr or Salat Ru'yat al-hilal, the moon sighting. Very briefly, how we perform this salah at the beginning of every month of the Islamic lunar calendar, you simply pray 2 rakat prayer. After Surah Al-Fatiha, in the first rak'ah, you recite 30 times Surah Al-Tawheed, and in the second rak'ah, after Surah Al-Fatiha, you recite Surah Al-Qadr 30 times. And then after concluding this salah, then you recite 3 short du'as, and it is in these 3 short du'as that I would like to point your attention to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the secrets that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept in these du'as, so that He opens our minds and our hearts to what lays ahead for the blessings and barakah of the month ahead. The first supplication we recite, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا وَيَعْلَمُ مُسْتَقَرَّهَا وَمُسْتَوْدَعَهَا كُلٌّ فِي كِتَابٍ مُبِينٍ. We say, and there is no creature on earth except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives it its sustenance, and He knows its resting place and He knows its destination. And everything is written in His divine book. So my friends, this is a beautiful reminder as we commence the month that if we're worried about our finances and our earnings or our careers, let's remind ourselves that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His hands, He has the control and power over everything. So we can rely on Him and have tawakkul. And in the second supplication, we recite Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَإِنْ يَمْسَسْكَ اللَّهُ بِضُرٍّ فَلَا كَاشِفَ لَهُ إِلَّا هُوَ وَإِنْ يُرِدْكَ بِخَيْرٍ فَلَا رَادَ بِفَضْلِهِ يُصِيبُ بِهِ مَنْ يَشَاءُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ وَهُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. So what we're saying is that, and if Allah should afflict you with harm or some type of difficulty, then there is none to remove it but Him. And if He intends to do good to you, there is none to repel His grace. He brings to whom He pleases of His servants, and He is the forgiving, the all-merciful. So yet again, this is a beautiful reminder that when we are going through the trials and the tribulations and difficulties of our lives, that we remember that no one, absolutely no one, can come to help us except our own beloved Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows what we are going through, and He will come to our aid if we supplicate to Him. And finally, the third and last supplication after this salah, we recite سَيَجْعَلَ اللَّهُ بَعْدَ عُسْرٍ يُسْرًا ما شاء الله لا قوة إلا بالله حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل إن الله بصير بالعباد. And so on. Essentially what we are doing is we are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and saying, Allah brings about ease after difficulty. Only that which Allah wills shall come to pass. There is no power except that of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is sufficient for us, and He is most excellent protector for us. Inna Allah basirun bil abad. Allah sees everything that happens to us. So with these beautiful words of dua, it's actually mentally and emotionally soothing for us to start the month when we remind ourselves that no matter what we go through during our month, from our day to day or our nights, how it ends, the difficulties and the trials, we remember that we are not alone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us. So let's keep our faith strong. Let's maintain the connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so long as we have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on our side, then we are the ultimate winners.